everybody, Paul here from Warden's Farm. We're out here getting ready to go into our little bee yard. We got quite a few hives here now since swarm season's come in. I have caught my 14th swarm last night, and it's down there in that pro nuke right down over there. And we have a bunch of other hives here that we need to go through to make sure that they got the numbers that they need. And the honey flow is on. So with the honey flow, that means we got to add supers on. So we got a lot of work to do here today. So let's go get into it. I don't know if you all can see this on the camera, but you can see the bees just flying out of the hives like crazy. It's a pretty good sight to see, knowing that they're going out, they're making the honey that's needed for them to survive through the winter. And hopefully we'll be able to harvest some of the excess. This is the swarm that we got last night. Quite a few of the bees are hanging out here, which is good. But I'm gonna put them into this one, and I'm gonna put a feeder on the front of it. I am gonna set this camera up right here, and hopefully give you a good view of what I'm gonna do here. And that looks pretty good. So because these bees don't have hardly any resources, and they were a swarm, we'll check to make sure that, yep, it's coming out. We're gonna add it underneath here. That'll help reduce their entrance as well. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna transfer the frames from in here into the white wooden hive. So we're gonna take the lid off. Which they may not like. Probably will not. Okay, so let me get that out of the camera. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the empty frames first and set them in here. I'm going to put an empty one on each side. See, the bees are in here already working, trying to see what they need to do. Now we'll start getting into some of the bees. Looking for our queen. A lot of drones. A lot of workers. And they're already working on cleaning out some of the cells. Now the next frame's got a few more bees. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna lean this one up on here. We're gonna put the feeder in. And then we'll add the inner cover and the outer cover. And hopefully we got the queen in there. I couldn't see her with all the bees. But this way we can now close it off. And they got a little bit more to take care of, because now they got a little bit of food. And that'll help them Any bees that are in here are going to go into this hive, and we should be good to go. All right, so let's get into this one here and see what they've done. Okay, let's make sure we ain't got a queen on the cover. I do not see any, so we'll just lean this right up against the beehive. The outer frame still not much. As we move in, they do get mite treatments on them. We can see if they are, there's a few cells of nectar there. I'm wearing a different set of gloves because the ones I wore last night were covered in sweat. So we're just looking at this frame here. Ooh, they get a lot of nectar stored here. Could be sugar water because I did feed them a gallon of sugar water to get them going. And let's see if they've been building. Let's get this mite treatment out of the way. Yeah, they're definitely building against that. Let's see if they built out anything, and a little bit on this side, not much. Oh yeah, look at the pollen. That's all new comb and new pollen. And look at all those eggs in there. Hopefully you can see them. The larva over here. So our queen has definitely doing her job, and our queen is right there. You can see her. She's a beauty blonde queen. So she is definitely laying eggs. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna look at a few more frames here. Holy cow, I'm really liking this. Look at this. Is that a beautiful brood pattern? This hive is going to explode soon. So we're gonna take off the funky comb. Yeah, that is beautiful to see. All that nice, beautiful comb that they have built. We'll take this one out. Oops, we'll have to pull out that mite treatment. And again, we're going to remove this wanky comb. More brood on both sides, so we have two frames full of brood that is capped. We're gonna have to get in there and get that mite treatment. And what's this one got? This is all nectar and food and another frame of eggs. So that is all eggs. So let's see. That's telling me we need to add something onto this one, because get out from under there. When I get wanky comb like this, I usually smush it down, because then the bees will repair it. So now I got to go back in and get that mite treatment that fell down in there. Well, second frame out real quick. But these bees have bounced from here, from what we had a few weeks ago, to where there were very few bees, to where now they have rebounded to the point where we got out of box on, because they're going to be expanding soon. They still need to draw out some more, so I'll probably give them a little bit of food, even though the flow's going, because we're not harvesting this hive. It's just everything they're doing for them, for the winter. There, so that's good. So now I'm gonna go get some food. We're gonna give it to them, and we're gonna add a box. Go. So now, because we're gonna be adding on a deep with undrawn frames, we're giving them another gallon of sugar water so they can draw out more. And they'll be moving up into this top box once all these bees start to hatch out that are coming, and they have room to expand. Where they won't feel the need to swarm. Because you got to give them space. You got to keep them cool. So now we'll add the box on. Just like so. Let's get that wax out the way. And there we go. That's all that's to it. And help keep this hive cool, since they have enough bees, I'm going to remove the front entrance. So now to break this free from the entrance reducer, I may need a second hive tool. Grab that, move it out, and we'll be done with this hive.